For the first time in my life, England have moved me.
What?
4-2 win against Croatia. Our hardest game out the way. Mad. Now, I'm not here to review the game. We all watched it. We all seen the highlights over 100 times. But there are 5 things we learned. And that's what I want to discuss. Number 1, Thomas Tuchel. We must get behind this man. Yes, I sound like a Chelsea fan. He won us the Champions League, la 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 la. But at the end of the day, when was the last time England had a world-class manager? And we saw it in the first half where it looked like England of old, where we scored a goal, happy to sit back, not taking any risks, sideways, backwards passing. Second half, however, it was a completely different side. We came out all guns blazing. We were pressing from the front, winning the ball in good areas. Once we got the first goal, we weren't happy just to sit back. We got the second one in the end. And that's what we all want to see from this England side. We don't want to look like a team that's afraid of making mistakes. We want a team that's confident, happy to go forward. If we want to defend, we're happy to defend from the front. We don't need to just run back into position and sit back in front of the defense. And that's what happened when we conceded the second goal. And TT actually came out and said it in his interview where he wasn't happy with what he saw, and the results are secondary to him. He wants to see a team that is playing the way he wants to play, the way we want to play. And for me, yes, there's a lot been said that about him, being German, about him not singing the national anthem. That's all trivial for me at this stage. The World Cup has kicked off. We must back this man. Number 2, our squad depth. This for me is one of our main strengths. When you look at teams like France, for example, you look at their attack and you see Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Bugattis. You look at their defense. They've got a solid defense. Even on their bench, they've got good replacements. England have that, but they've also got the depth in midfield. Now, when you look at the starting 11 compared to the team we finished off with, it's not only that the players that come in are adequate replacements. In fact, they actually bring something more to the table. Saka, for example, to Madueke. Rodgers comes on. You've got Mark Gurhey who came on, and we'll talk about the centre backs in a second. Obviously, I do still have some concerns when it comes to the left back position, where Nico O'Reilly doesn't have an out and out replacement there. Obviously, with Harry Kane as well, but with Harry Kane, he's the best striker in the world for me, and you can't replace the best, can you? But Ollie Watkins is a more than capable replacement. And for me, it's an important thing to have this squad depth because when you have a tournament with 48 teams, a long tournament, a long summer, this is going to be extremely vital to get towards the end in the healthiest way possible. Against Ghana and Panama, for example, we can rest some players. And if we don't want to rest them, we can also trial different things. Number 3, and this is where I sound a little bit more critical. Declan Rice, Elliot Anderson. In my preview, I did say that this is the area where I'm most excited to see. I wanted to see this partnership. On paper, you can argue this is the best partnership in the World Cup. Midfield partnership, I should say. But the reality is it's a work in progress. In the first half, our build-up play wasn't great at all. We saw Harry Kane drop back at some point, even behind the CDMs, in front of our centre-backs to collect the ball, turn around and just made a run forward. Now, I know Harry Kane likes to do these things. He likes to come back. He likes the wingers to go forward. He likes to give and go. But at the end of the day, the best striker in the world, he is most dangerous at the other side of the pitch, not at the back. And this was one of my arguments in having Adam Wharton in the squad. And I'm not saying it's necessarily to have him start over Elliot Anderson or Declan Rice, but it's another option. His ball passing ability, his ball carrying ability, all of these things give us something different. And I know we've got Kobbie Mainoo and we're still yet to see what Kobbie will do because the weird thing is when he took Declan Rice, he put Reece in the middle, Jed Spence at right back. So again, that is something for me that needs to improve. And I get it, it's the first game of the tournament. We're all finding our rhythm. But again, for me, maybe it was because I was so excited to watch them play and I was ended up thinking, what is going on here? But that is something that needs to improve. Number 4, our centre backs. Stones and Konza isn't the one. Before the World Cup started, before the squads were announced, everyone assumed that the starting centre backs would be Maguire and Mark Gurhey. Stones hasn't kicked a ball all season, and it actually showed. Now, with Konza, I don't know if it was the occasion of starting the opener or playing for England at a World Cup, but he again looked uncomfortable. And again, some could argue that the centre backs haven't played with each other that much, and they're not used to playing with each other. And the second goal for Croatia, that was embarrassing. I mean, a ball came in right in between the centre backs. He had time to head it down, and then they just banged it in. Was it the second goal? Yeah, it was the second goal. For me, that needs to change. Obviously, we all assume at least that Mark Gurhey will be our starting centre back at some point. But the question is, who partners him? Number 5, Anthony Gordon. I didn't know he was playing up until half time when I saw him walk off the pitch. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It is beyond me that Barcelona have signed him over Marcus Rashford. In the first half, I couldn't tell you once where he touched the ball. And in the second half, he had one shot where it looked like he was taking it in slow motion. Everyone knew what was happening before it even happened. It was going to hit the defender, and that was the end of it. Marcus Rashford comes on the pitch with a point to prove. And I'm not going to lie, bro. I get your point. I get your point. Every time he got the ball, it was with a purpose. He ran at players. He took shots from sensible angles. And in the end, he scored the goal. Marcus Rashford needs to start in that left wing position. And I'm not saying Anthony Gordon is going to be useless throughout the tournament. I actually think he could be a weapon in certain games where he comes on tired legs, his speed in behind. But starting, I'm not going to lie, guys. I said Rashford starts, and I think from this game, it proves the point I was trying to make. It proves Rashford's point in trying to stay at Barcelona over Anthony Gordon. Overall, guys, first game, first win. None of us can ask for more. I want to know what your thoughts were of the match. I want to know who your starting centre backs will be moving forward, and more importantly, how far do you think we can go? Personally, I've seen enough to safely say it's coming home.
More than you believe.
Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and I'll catch you in the next one in a bit, people.